Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the Hawk Nest. I'm Ashton Lunsford.
And I'm Baxter Worth.
A reminder that the Neverland-themed Homecoming Dance has been moved to October 19th. The tickets cost $20 and will be from 8 to 11 in the HJ Commons. The dress-up days are as follows. Wednesday, October 16th is now Tacky Tourist Day. Holiday Day is October 17th, and the Color Wars is October 18th. Friday, come dressed as your class colors, which are freshman gray, sophomore white, juniors navy, and seniors red. The HJ boys basketball team is in search for a PA announcer for all home basketball games. We are looking for someone who isn't shy and is willing to make it lots of fun for our fans. See Coach Davis if you are serious about getting the crowd going at the home games this season.
Last week we had a volleyball and football in action, and the baseball playoffs are now underway. Here is Garrett with more.
Carney with the sports. Here's the rundown. The Texans played the Atlanta Falcons Sunday, beating them 53-32, with Deshaun Watson making 28 complete passes and throwing 426 yards. The Cowboys took on the Packers, losing to Mr. Aaron Rodgers 24-34. Aaron Jones rushed 4 touchdowns, the most by a Green Bay player since 1999. Going into Week 6, both the Texans and the Cowboys are sitting at 3-2 respectively. And in baseball, the MLB playoffs are in full swing. In the American League, the Rays beat out the Athletics in the wild card and moved on to play the Astros in the ALDS. The Yankees have already clinched against the Twins, securing their spot in the ALCS. Now in Hawks sports, the varsity volleyball team took on LCM. It was a close game, but they ultimately lost 3-0. I talked to Coach Colander after the game.
Practices need to be a little more intense from this point forward. We're starting our second round of district, and we need to stay healthy, and that's how we improve.
On the football field, the varsity took on Talkington, but ultimately lost 42-46.
On Thursday, October 10th, JV football will go against Hampshire Finette. On Friday, October 11th, high school football or volleyball will go against Bridge City, and varsity football team will go against Hampshire Finette.
Tomorrow night, your varsity football team will take on the Hampshire Finette Longhorns. Show your pride as we lasso the Longhorns and dress in your best Western gear.
The latest award-winning books by top authors are in the Hawk Library. If you have time during Study Hawk, before or after school, or at lunch, come in and check out a book.
If you're interested in reviewing books for us, please find Mrs. Maxwell.
Seniors, graduation is quickly approaching. For those of you who are heading to college, you should be getting your applications in soon. Here's Olivia with more.
The counselors as well as the overall staff have always been here to help the seniors prepare for college as well as get into college. We interviewed Miss McLeod and asked her to give advice to our seniors and helpful tips for preparation at Hardin-Jefferson.
We're sitting in our College and Career Center. We have lots of information here. We have a wall full of all types of information about multiple colleges and universities. We also have 2 computers that are behind me that students can come in at any time. You can do your actual college applications on these computers. You can work on financial aid. And that way, Ms. Cordova and I both are in the office and we can come in here and help you. We can answer questions at any time. If you have parents who are very involved and went to college and know what to do, they probably can guide you and help you, and you never need to talk to us. But there are a lot of kids whose parents have never done this before. This is their first time. So you'll have lots of questions. I have kids come and sit at my desk and we call colleges together to get questions answered. I want to help you do whatever it is that you want. You just have to come to me and let me know. But we will help. We call and talk about housing, scholarships, that type of thing. I would tell seniors to be prepared. Do your research. Do everything early. Don't wait till the last minute. There is so much to do and it seems overwhelming, but if you just get started, it's not as bad as you think it's going to be. Just know your deadlines, take tours, call the colleges, ask questions. Most of them are willing to answer and talk to freshmen at all times.
We are nearing the end of Hispanic Heritage Month, but what does that really mean? Here's Maddox Gardner with more.
Since September 15th, the whole country has been celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month. But what is Hispanic Heritage Month? Well, we interviewed Spanish teacher Miss Parra to find out.
Hispanic Heritage Month starts on September 15th through October 15th, and it is to honor and celebrate the contributions of Latin Americans in the United States.
Since 1968, America has been celebrating Hispanic heritage. The period from September 15th to October 15th was because 7 countries celebrate their independence during that time. And this Saturday, the 12th, is Columbus Day, another holiday closely related to Hispanic heritage. But why is all of this important?
It's important to acknowledge all the accomplishments that the leaders in the Hispanic communities, what they've done, all the contributions they've done to the United States. It's pretty much just to recognize them and their importance in our communities.
Finally, we asked who their favorite Hispanic idol was.
One of my favorite would be Selena. I'm sure several students know who Selena is, and even though she has passed away, we still hear her, we still acknowledge her, and we still consider her a very important part of our Tex-Mex culture.
The next blood drive is next week on October 15th. Sign up at the lunch in Ms. Rivier's office.
Where's the smallest bone in the human body? A, toe, B, ear, C, nose, D, finger.
I'm Baxter Worth, and I'm here with
Emery Russ.
I'm Ryan Powell, here with
Dylan Clement.
And this week we're asking teacher superlatives. Which teacher is most likely to make you laugh?
Which teacher is most likely to do an ID check?
Mr. Fowler.
Which teacher is most likely to turn your phone into the office?
Miss Ochoa. Which teacher do you think is most likely to take over the world?
Miss Key.
What teacher do you think most likely will take over the world?
If I had to say one teacher, it would definitely be Mr. Fowler. I know a couple years ago his cat passed away, and that's kind of left some deep, hatred in Mr. Fowler. So I think with that kind of push, he could take over the world.
Which teacher is most likely to give a pop quiz?
Pollock. Which teacher do you feel like most likely will take over the world?
Miss Yatsky.
Which teacher is most likely to take over the world?
Gotta be Miss West.
Mr. Coach Lee.
Where's the smallest bone in the human body? The answer is B, ear. Our word of the week is ragamuffin, which means a person, typically a child in ragged, dirty clothes, or a follower of raga music.
That's all for today, and remember, it's a great day to be a hawk.